Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back and I hope you guys are doing well today. So today we're doing a get ready with me featuring some new products that I recently picked up. A lot of them are from my Sephora haul. Yeah, I'm gonna share my Sephora haul, things I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale. And I'm also testing out a new palette on the scene that I just was so curious about. I wanted to pick it up. So it's the palette from HINDASH. This is the Beautopsy Pressed Pigment palette. And I'm gonna try this out in this video, both on the eyes and on the face, as well as a new foundation from DIOR, a new primer from GUCCI, a new eyeliner, even a new mascara. We're gonna try out the works here. And this lipstick color, it's not a new formulation to me, but a new color, and let's just say I'm loving it. So, without much further ado, let me stop yapping because I think this is gonna be a long video, as they usually are. Let's go ahead and jump into this get ready with me, and I will talk to you soon. Alright guys, so as usual we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. For my moisturizer today, I went in with my Tidal Brightening Enzyme Water Cream from Sunday Riley. I am almost at the bottom of this, guys, and I am so excited. I barely run through skincare. Like, what? I have so many options. I like to like dibble and dabble and try different things. So I barely ever completely finish up a product, and I'm just happy that's almost done. So anyway, brows are already filled in. I have concealer under my brows, and I went in with my Makeup by Mario Master Eye Prep and Set in the shade Medium, just on my lids. And now we're gonna go in with this hair palette. This is the HINDASH Beautology palette. I'm gonna pop up and insert with the swatches so you can see all these shades swatched out. You know what? I'm gonna pop in how it looks up close as well so you can get a fresh shot of this. So there's 6 pans of shadow in this palette, and each pan has 2 shades that create a gradient into each other. We have a white that goes into a tan. We have a yellowy ivory that goes into a light yellow. We have a coral that goes into a brighter pink, a caramel brown that goes into a cool tone gray, a bright corally orange that moves into a bright red, and then a deep chocolatey brown that goes into a black. Now I've been playing around with this palette and I don't know what to think, so I'm gonna try it out today on the eyes and see how it goes. I actually created some hard pan on the pans when I swatched them with my fingers, so we're gonna see how that goes. So if it looks a little funky when I show you up close, that is why. I'm gonna start out with the top shade, which is Tan and Lines, and I'm gonna go in with the tan side, and I'm feeling like I should go in with a big fluffy brush, and I'm concentrating that on the tan side area. And this color, it looks like a skin tone shade on me, and these powders aren't very loose. They're kind of firmly pressed, not hard pressed, but firmly pressed into the pan, so it doesn't kick up a lot of product when you go in with your brush. So I'm just gonna sweep that in my crease, and that's gonna be our transition shade. I kind of low-key want to use the gray because the gray is what really pulled me in. That actually applied pretty nice. Okay, not gonna complain. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with the shade Feel and Real, which is the brown and gray shade. And I'm gonna actually go in the middle of these shades just to get a gradient. And let's just apply that in the outer crease area. Just let's see what happens, okay? And I feel like you can get a pretty consistent color if you just concentrate your brush either at the very ends or in the middle, because you can get like a consistent color there. When you start mixing levels, like you mix a little brown with a little bit of black, that's when it gets more complicated. But I think you can definitely mix and match these shades and get matching colors on both eyes. That is actually pretty nice. Oh my god, I didn't know what to expect because the swatches were not impressive. They did not swatch very well. I couldn't pick up any color. The hard pen that I created had me like, what is going on? But that is a beautiful ooh, yes. You can't even tell where one color starts and ends. That blended out so, ooh, child. Now I'm gonna go into more of the Feel side, which is the brown, and let's just pop that on the outer V area. Now this is an all matte palette, so there's no shimmer. I don't know if I want to go in with a shimmer today. Yeah, I think I want to keep it pretty basic, pretty sculpted and matte. And I love mattes, so an all matte palette I absolutely love. And the great thing is you can use this to sculpt the face as well as the eyes, and then go in with any shimmer that you already have in your collection that you personally want to add in. Now let's go into the shade Intra and Fatum. And I'm gonna grab the Intra shade, which is the dark brown, and I'm grabbing that on a Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush, and I'm just gonna pop that on the outer V to build up some depth. That did not apply as deeply and richly as I initially expected it, because it's a dark brown shade in the pan, but it actually gives me just like a little bit of depth, but not too much, which I actually like. And you can move towards the black to get a deeper version of that color, which I am actually going to do. So I'm just gonna pick the color up from here. You see how rich it looks now? And let me tap a little over here and then tap some over here just to create dimension. I do like the concept of this palette, and I'm comfortable with mixing shades, so I am not intimidated by this layout at all. And I feel like a lot of beginners are gonna stay away from this palette because they don't feel like they have the skill level to sculpt the eye and use the different shades and mix them. But I say, hey, give yourself credit. You might be better at it than you think. And it gives you an opportunity to play around with depth and color and create your different intensities depending on the look you're going for. So you can go for a daytime look where you don't want to go this dark and you just use the lighter part of the brown and go from there. Or you want to really deepen it for nighttime, so you go more into the black for one of the shades. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is okay. That is actually applying a lot better than I expected. I didn't have high hopes, I'm gonna be honest with you. Alright, now let's go into wet and paint. You see my hard pan there? I'm gonna pick that up with a Worker 2 brush from Sonia G. And I'm able to get color on the brush even though I have that hard pan. And I'm just gonna apply that color all over the lid. I feel like a yellow ivory suits my complexion because I have warmer undertones. At least that's what I like to tell myself. I really have neutral undertones, but whatever. Just work with me, okay? The ivory though, the yellow ivory is looking a little bit... no, it actually looks fine. I thought it was gonna look a little stark because it has the yellow. It's gonna look stark against the gray. But it actually looks pretty nice. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Alright, I'm going back into the dark shade and I'm picking up a little bit more on the black side. And I'm going to use my blend-in crease brush from Sonia Kashuk this time. And just apply a little bit in the outer V just to... Ooh! That is nice. Shut your face. I did not know what to expect, y'all. I am not gonna lie to you. This is surprising the hell out of me because I was like, oh, this is gonna suck. I mean, it was so hard to swatch. And I know better with mattes. Like, mattes will not necessarily swatch the best, but apply phenomenally on the eyes. But because it created hard pan, I was like, oh my god, that's gonna be difficult to pick up. It's gonna be a problem, blah, 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 blah. Like, I was bitching and moaning, and look at this. This is my kind of eye, ma'am. Ma'am, take back all your little words that you had to say about HINDASH. HINDASH knows what the hell he's doing. That is nice. That is really cute. All right, let's go back into tan and lines, and let's pick up lines, which is the white. Why did he call it lines? Is that like cocaine lines? Because if it is a drug reference, I'm here for it, okay? Because I miss the days of Urban Decay when they would be like, yayo, because yayo is a slang term for cocaine. And you know what? Like... I am here for it. I'd rather you use drug references rather than sexual references because they're very awkward. Like Too Faced and the sexy bear thing. Oh, and then NARS and the Climax and Double Climax and Super Climax and Pussy Control. Pussy Control! A lipstick is called Pussy Control. Ma'am, I cannot. But if you use like little slang terms that we use for drugs, I'm okay with it. Like the lines. It probably has nothing to do with that. It probably is all about like the lines that he drew while he was an artist, and I'm here trying to make it a cocaine reference. You hear me? Lord have mercy. All right, that is done. Ooh, okay, for the highlight, wait, what are we doing for the highlight? I'm gonna go back into Wet and Paint. You see that hard pan? It makes me so upset, but I'm just gonna go between the two and we're gonna pop that on the brow bone. I like this, guys. I like this. Now I should have really filled in my brows with this powder. You know what? I'm gonna put some in my brows just for shits and giggles, but I don't really do brow powders anymore. But for my brows, you know what, I like the gray look in my brows, so I'm just gonna grab some of the gray and brown in the middle. If this looks crazy, I'm sorry, okay? I'm just gonna, oh no, well, no, it works fine. It's fine, everything is fine. I just want to see how it would apply to the brows, if it would do like any other brow powder, and I think that's why these powders are pressed a little bit more firmly in the pan. They're not too soft. You're not going to pick up too much product, because when it comes to brows and face work, you don't want to pick up tons of product. So yeah, while a face product might work great on the eyes, an eye product might not necessarily work great on the face, because you're applying it to a larger area. Eyeshadows tend to be thicker, more pigmented, so you really have to work at it. With these, I feel like, ooh, with the pressing of it, it's more like a face powder, but it has enough pigmentation to be an eyeshadow. I like that a lot. Ooh, you know what I want to do, guys? I kind of don't want to just leave it bare, because I'm not going to add any shimmer. I'm definitely not. But I low-key want to add, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into Boy and Wonder and grab the boy side. Just a touch, and I'm going to apply that to the inner crease line. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I am alarmed as well. Yeah, that was a warning that I should have cleaned off my brush, because I got some gray in the crease line, but that's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go on this side with the true color now and just apply it on that inner crease. That is a pretty color. It's very light, but it's showing up. You know how you have a light color and you don't expect it to show up on your skin? This is actually showing up. Ooh. I'm gonna go up with Love and Kills. Love Kills. Hold up now. And grab Love. HINDASH, let me find out you're being punny. And pop that same area just to create a corally hue. That blended, oh, so, ooh. These are blending so well, guys, and they're applying without any issue, like no patchiness. It's picking up on my skin. I don't have to do like too much. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I take back everything I said before. In my mind, y'all didn't hear me saying it, but I was cussing this palette out when I was swatching it. I was like, what kind of dry palette is? It's not dry. She is not dry, girl. Stop lying on her. So I am happy with it on the eyes, but we're gonna try it on the face in a little bit. But first, I'm gonna go in with a new foundation that I picked up. It's the Dior Forever matte foundation. So they have a glow version and a matte. I picked up both. I know. So I've been wanting to try these out for a while. I love Dior foundations, by the way. Oh, let me grab my GUCCI serum. This is the Serum Primer. Is that what it's called? Silk Priming Serum. What? Is that what it's called for real? It's a priming serum? I'm okay with it. I thought it was just a primer. But I picked up the GUCCI foundation. I actually went and got a new shade. I tried out the shade that I had gotten initially, and it was bad. It was 350W. It was so bad. I went back and got 360W instead, and I got the primer at the same time. And I tried the foundation out and the primer. The primer is glorious. The foundation actually matches pretty well now, and it looks so much better on my skin. I'm gonna do a foundation review for that guy, like a full face of Gucci, because I got the powder as well. I have the bronzer, like I have the whole situation. So I think I'm gonna do that. But for now, let's try out this Dior one. I like to try out foundations before I do my review, so it's not a first impressions for me. It's always after trying it a bit, and then I can give you feedback. Because I'll try it on dry skin, I'll try it with a brush, I'll try it with a sponge, I'll try it over primer, I'll try it with powder, all prior to my actual wear test in the video, so I can get a better feel for it. This shade, you see why I like Dior? Dior just, I don't know, man, like I think, and I may need to take this back at some point, but right now, as it stands, Dior makes my favorite foundation range. If you told me I had to choose a brand to use for foundation for the rest of my life, it would probably be Dior. They just get it, man. I always get a good shade match, and they're brands and high-end brands with the fragrance. Like what gives? Look at the shade 4.5N. I told you I was neutral, right? 4.5N. Oh my god, and it says it's a matte finish. She is cute. Okay, Dior, my haul is filled with pretty soon. I did not get all my orders from Sephora just yet, but I don't have to show them in my haul, so I'll just do the haul now. I would consider it a light medium in 5N, which is my shade that I usually match with in their foundations. And that's what I like too. When I use their foundations, I can just go straight in with 4.5 no matter what, and without fail, it's my match. The concealer 4.5 is Elise as well. They have been so nice. Oh my god, I've been loving these. So I'm just blending that out under my eyes. Perfect, I'm gonna use that as well. So I already tried this concealer before. This I didn't just pick up, and I like it. I think it's nice. I don't really have too many demands for concealer, just that it covers up. Greasy, I need you to set down, and I set under my eyes with powder anyway, so it doesn't have to set on its own. I'll put a little bit around my mouth as well. And this brush, look at this. You ready? You ready? Are you ready? Here we go. No issues. Oh yeah, I love it. And I usually go over this kind of area with my sponge, but I don't even need to. So I have two shades. I'm going to use one as a bronzer and one as a face powder. So I have powder, which is just going to be a setting powder, but it won't give me coverage. And I usually use like a foundation powder, and I like that, but I do like setting powders as well. I don't need, it's mattified a bit, but like not dry. 6N. And this guy, we're gonna see now if it does deposit color. And we're just gonna pounce that on the hairline. It's not giving me a lot of color. You see that? But it's giving, I think that will work. Is it enough for me? So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Gucci. So I have the Gucci bronzer. I picked up a bit more red toned, and it is definitely more red toned. I'm just gonna powder brush so it's not gonna deposit too much color. That actually, it may be just me. It works fine around my mouth, but I feel like I need a little bit of something. Thank you very much, Fenty. Fenty is my favorite concealer, but I don't know, like I don't chase concealers like foundations. I chase foundations. I don't know, foundations are just one of my things. Foundation and eyeshadow, I love trying out different ones. Since I have Gucci going on, let me go ahead and grab the Gucci powder. I did grab the Gucci powder, so I got the shade number 10. And I'm gonna grab some of that. You know, we did the Dior, but I wanna use this under my eyes to see the difference. This is also a very lightweight powder. It's not supposed to be cakey or dry or give too much coverage. Okay. It's highly fragranced though. Like that perfume is serious. Let's go back to the HINDASH palette and let's do some face work with this. I really should have gone in bronzing with this, but I didn't do that, so it's fine. I'm gonna try to do a little contouring with this, okay? And I'm a little bit nervous. I am nervous as hell. So I'm gonna go into Feeling Real, the gray brown, and let's try to get in the middle. This is my Chikuhodo F04 brush. I'm just gonna tap that there and let's, whoo, that is it's pigmented, girl. It is pigmented. And my face, okay, that looks better. So if I just pick up just a bit, that's fine. It works. I picked up way too much on the other side. So just going with a little bit and do a little tappy tap and press it out. Okay, let me try to buff and blend. Okay. That's a cute little shadow. That's a cute enough little shadow. Yeah, that works. Okay, let me try to blend this side out because it looks gray. And I'm gonna buff and buff and buff. Okay. I mean, it looks cute enough. I don't like a gray contour, even though shadows have a little grayness to them. Yeah, I still prefer to use a warmer color, so I'm gonna go into the brown side and do a little bit of brown over that so it warms it up a bit. And I think it's great to have the gray and that warmer brown there, because then you can do just that. You create a shadow with a little warmth and a little gray, and it's gonna be fine. I think that works fine. Do we want to try a nose contour? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go in and do a little, I'm nervous, do just a little along the sides of my nose. That's pigmented, girl. But let's just do it and then blend it. So I'm applying the color. You know, maybe, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it in the hollows of my tear duct like that. No, bring it down a little bit. Okay, my brother broke my nose, so this side has a hump on it. So I'm gonna just leave. Which side has the hump? No, this side has the hump. So, I mean, she's not awful. I do need to blend her out, but she's not awful. Let me go back in with the brush I used with the Gucci powder, just to do a little buffing around to kind of blend and fade that. But I mean, it created a cute little shadow. It's cute. I'm stuttering. I don't know what to say. It worked fine. It worked fine. Now how about we do one of these colors on the cheeks? Should we go back in with the boy? No, I'm gonna go in with Love and Kiss because I feel like that's the only one we haven't used yet. I used everything else, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna go in. No, I used some of Love. Okay, I'm gonna go into these colors just back and forth. And to ensure that I get the same color on both cheeks, I'm gonna tap and tap. So I get the same color and I don't have to worry about mixing the shades equally again. That is pretty. That is very pretty. That is such a good color. And it's blending so nicely. Girl, HINDASH. I can't wait to see what else he comes out with. Now I'm like, send more please. That is such a good color. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Boy and Wonder because I like that color too. And I just swept across the pan and I'm just gonna sweep it on my cheeks. This is a Refer brush, by the way. It's the 05 brush. Just sweep that guy. Oh, she pretty. Oh my gosh, she pretty. I like that so much. Hold on, I need a break. Guys, I legit could not deal anymore. Like, everything is beautiful. I love it so much. Oh my god. All right, let's go in with a highlighter. I didn't pick up a new highlighter, but I picked up a new bronzer that is gonna serve as a highlighter because it's too light as a bronzer, and I really picked it up to be a highlighter, so that's what we're gonna use it for. This is the Kosas bronzer in medium golden bronze. So this is the medium shade, and it looks really beautiful as a natural highlighter on me. Like, look at that. I don't like a stark highlighter. If you've watched me for any length of time, you already know that. I don't do bright highlighters. Like, no, you won't see me from Mars. Absolutely not. I love a subtle highlight, and I feel like this Kosas bronzer, even though it smells like old tired crayons and like bad memories, it still looks like the glow. Do you see the glow? What is going on? One day I'm gonna figure out my lighting, I swear to God. But it looks, let me see, zoom in. Come on now. Do you see that subtle glow? It looks like a skin color, but there's just a little something about it. That's what I like. So, let's do lashes and all that. Oh, I do have a new mascara. This is from Sephora, and it is their Size Up Volume Extra Large Immediate Super... What is it called? It's just their Size Up mascara. So here's the mascara tube. Here's the wand. It looks like an hourglass wand, but it's really floppy. It's not really structured. And I tried this before, and I like it enough as a mascara. It's really rich and black, but it clumps your lashes if you apply layers. So if you can just do one layer and go, then you're fine. But if you start layering it up, it clumps together. But I know some people like clumpy lashes. I don't, but I really like how richly black it is. It does give volume, but I don't know if it does too much with length. And I mean, it curls, but my eyelashes naturally curl, so I can't really speak to that. You see, like on this side, it looks really pretty. It's nice. It is nice, and Sephora's collection was on sale for 30% off. And this is not a high-priced mascara either, so I can see myself picking it up again. But just be mindful, it does start clumping really quickly. If you layer too much or you go back and forth too much, you will need to separate your lashes, which honestly, if I'm honest with you, I don't mind that too much. I have no problems doing that as long as it's a rich black mascara that doesn't flake. And I didn't experience any flaking from this, but I've been deceived before. So here is the Sephora. Ooh, that actually looks pretty good. I was here like telling you, oh, it don't do much. It does. That looks nice. I might not put lashes on. You know what? Scratch that. Have you guys tried out the new lash glue liner from Kiss? This is one of those liners that you apply, like, you know, a winged liner. It's a black liner, and then you can apply your lashes directly over it because it is also a lash glue. I picked this up from Ulta a while back just because I was like, alright, I can put my lashes on, and then if they're lifting, I can use this because it's easy with the little applicator. It's gonna be easy to pop them on, and I've actually really been liking it, and it works. It legit works. So you see how I just put on the liner? I'm gonna go in with the lashes, and they're gonna stick to that liner, and it's not thick or goopy, and it holds it in place. And I'm a little bit nervous. I always go in with my other lash glue in addition to this, and I don't know how to feel about this keeping my lashes in place for the entire day. I'm gonna try it right now and see, because it sticks, and I know that it sticks because I have lashes that lift, and I go, okay, let me just fix it with this, and it works. Like, my lashes are on. I didn't have to do anything else. So, is this sorcery? I think it low-key is, and you should get into it. The Kiss one works really well. Kiss is stepping it up, guys. Like, look at that. It is on. And it works as a black liner, because look at that. It's rich and black and pretty. Okay, now we're gonna do the transition. So, bam. We are back, and I actually applied blue liner to my lower waterline That is so pretty. This is also a new liner I picked up from Makeup by Mario. It's the blue shade, which is called Rich Blue. And that is stunning. Like, look at that blue, right? I am loving this. All right, let's go ahead and do something for my lips. I am thinking we need to go ahead and do a bold pink lip. Just, you know, because why not? I'm gonna use this one from Gucci. It's Cassie Magenta, which is a new one that I picked up during the sale. These Gucci lipsticks have got to be one of my favorite matte lipstick formulas. They just work so well. Oh my god, they glide on. They're really smooth, yet they have this matte velvet effect that's so stunning, and I love this color. It's gonna be such a great color for summer. Oh my god. So here you have it, guys. This is the finished look, and I am pleasantly surprised. I am loving this. I really like this eyeshadow palette from HINDASH. Well, not eyeshadow palette. What does he call it anyway? It's a pressed pigment palette, which means some of these ingredients are not necessarily safe for use on the eyes. Safe, as in the FDA did not approve them for use on the eyes, which means the red probably has some pigments in there that can stain the eye, and probably even the pink one, which is probably adding to the reason this is 100% vegan. They're not using carmine, which is technically safe for use on the eyes, but it's crushed bugs, so it can't be vegan. The point is, they're not using carmine, so they're probably using a red pigment that can stain the eyes. So here is the final look. I said that already. I am loving the foundation. I love the match. I think it's perfect. I love the palette. I think it's great. Everything performed so well. I can see myself traveling with this palette to do just a simple sculpted eye, which is what I like to do. I love how it applied to the face as well as the eyes. Even the brows, it worked really well. I also like the Gucci primer quite a lot, and I like the DIOR powder, but I don't think the darker powder is necessarily the greatest for a bronzer because it doesn't impart a lot of color. But the Gucci bronzer is actually pretty nice, and also the Kosas highlighter, well, bronzer that I use as a highlighter. It's not a bronzer, it is a bronzer, but I use it as a highlighter because it's the medium shade. I think that looks really great on my skin. I'm really glad I picked it up because I can do kind of the C shape to give that glow, and it looks very, very subtle on my skin. The lips, goes without saying, I love it. So there you have it, guys. Whew, get the hair off of me. Let me know if you've tried any of these products, if you're interested in testing them out. What do you think? If you want to get the HINDASH palette, it is a pricey guy. It actually was shipped pretty quickly, so that was impressive, and I really do like it. If you're into all mattes, if you don't mind playing around with mixing colors, this might be something that's right up your alley, and it's a great all-around palette, so you can use it on your face and your eyes. So like the palette. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna leave a full list of all the products used and mentioned down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. If there's an asterisk next to any of those links, that means that they are affiliate links, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through those links. And if you do, thank you so much, because it does help me to put right back into the channel, and it's an easy way to do that because it doesn't change anything about the price point. It remains the same, it just means I get a small kickback. But if you're not comfortable with that, just shop the way you normally shop. No muss, no fuss. I'm still happy you're here watching and supporting. If you can go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, that really helps me out as well. Share, favorite, all that good stuff. And wait, Instagram and Twitter, I'm gonna link them over here so you can, well, I'm not gonna link them, but I'll leave them down below so you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I will talk to you. Bye, guys.